Hey everyone, huge One Piece trading card game news. A lot of things in the TCG to go over, some new leaders, some new cards, and possibly a new ban list. Well, not possibly, a new ban list, possibly some things to theorize about it. Let's get into this. Make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you want to see more One Piece news as things roll out. And we're starting off with a leader that I'm very excited about. We got two new leaders for set 9. A lot about the Emperors in this set, which is why we've already got Blackbeard, and there's going to be a Luffy leader go over. But this is Nico Robin, one of my favorite Straw Hats, so very excited for this, and a very interesting effect. She is 4 life, purple, yellow. We've seen this color combination a few times before. 5,000 power, Straw Hat type, and she has Banish. And when attacking, you may discard 1 card with trigger from your hand, add up to 1 Don card from your Don deck, and set it as rested. So, ramp every time we get to swing. We are going down -1 in hand size to do so, and it has to be a trigger card. However, purple, we know, has a lot of card draw now with Queen. Miss All Sunday, you know, there's a few cards that'll help us alleviate this. This is pretty good, consistent ramp, you know, with Pudding. We saw in set 8, we had to find a way to flip our life back down or rearrange your life because you had to fulfill the cost of being able to turn your top 2 life cards right side up to be able to ramp. Now, there's other ways Pudding had to ramp with the 6 cost Katakuri. We still haven't seen any new support really for this. However, with some of the starter decks that are coming out, we did see some purple Straw Hat character cards. We don't know what else is in store for this. We still got 2 more leaders to come out. Obviously, you know, we got spoilers for the anime, but if you're playing the card game, you've probably been spoiled enough. You know, we've got for our Emperors, we got Buggy and Shanks. So I'm looking forward to those cards, but we still have to see all the support that comes out for this. You know, purple revolves around ramping, adding more Don to your deck, you know, getting to 10 Don faster by, you know, 1 or 2 turns even. Yellow, a lot of life manipulation. We've got 9 cost Yamato, 10 cost Ace. So getting to those bigger bodies in purple and yellow a lot faster. Like I said, yellow has a ton of big bodies right now. Unfortunately, an interesting thing about this card is that it doesn't have Baroque Works as a type, you know, just Straw Hat. So we don't have access to a lot of those Baroque Work type locked cards. I imagine there's going to be some cards that go along with this because we have another leader. The other leader that was revealed for Luffy is also purple black. So I'd imagine there'd be more Straw Hat specific purple characters to come out in this set for support. Interesting to see where this is going to go. Again, Nico Robin's one of my favorite Straw Hat characters, so this is really exciting to see, but I know this is probably going to be a big fan favorite because we're just seeing a new Straw Hat added to a leader card. You know, we've seen a ton of Luffy, some Zoro, Sanji, Nami. Interesting to see more Straw Hats be added in terms of leader cards. So love to see that. But again, looking at Gear 5 Luffy, we got Monkey D. Luffy in his Gear 5 form. I absolutely love this. This is probably one of my favorite just base common leader card arts. It's just amazing. We got Luffy, 4 life, purple and black, 5,000 power. His effect reads, Don ×1, your characters have +1 cost. So just another way for the Black Mirror matchups to help protect your cards a little bit. Even green, you know, Perona resting a 4 cost. Now all of your 4 costs will be a 5 cost. So have to work around stuff like that. And our second ability is during your turn, once per turn, when 2 or more Don cards are returned to your Don deck from play, set up to 1 of your Don deck as active and 1 of it from your Don deck as rested. So basically, any Don -2 effect is just going to replace itself as 1 active. And, you know, that's not even accounting for things like we talked about, like the 5 cost Captain Kid blocker that puts back 1 Don as active whenever you Don minus, or Pudding, which does it as rested. It's just insane. It's just insane. So anytime we use Don minus, we're essentially just getting it back. Of course, it'll have to be 2. So, you know, I thought this was pretty interesting, but we'll be able to ramp up a little bit you know, play out the new from set 8 Jack card that has +4 cost when it's on the field, which makes it already harder to get rid of if you're facing a black mirror match. And then this gives it +1 additional, and, you know, ramp. Let's just get that out just a little bit faster too. Insane combo already, but again, we haven't even seen any of the Straw Hat support from this set. You know, this might combo well with the Black Luffy starter deck, where the whole thing was raising the cost of your characters. Maybe we'll see some combos with that. Interested to see where some of the support is going to go for this set. Obviously, with 2 Straw Hat type leaders in one set, both of them sharing purple as a color, I would imagine we'll see some new purple Straw Hat type characters to go along with this. Again, I just love these leaders so much. You know, we have so many Luffy leaders, obviously being our main character for the story, but this is just fantastic. Fantastic. I love the art again. And again, Nico Robin being one of my favorite Straw Hats. Very excited for these 2 leaders. Very excited. It is interesting to see these 2 come out with Blackbeard as another leader in this set. So we're seeing, you know, yellow relies on a lot of on-play effects for its big bodies, you know, obviously purple and black as well. And, you know, Blackbeard kind of shutting that down. We'll have to see if they take that into account with some of the support into this. You know, I don't know, but very exciting to see. Very exciting to see. Let me know in the comments if you're excited for either of these 2 leaders. I know I am. It just looks insane. It looks insane. Just the fact that for one Don, all of your characters get +1 cost. Again, I think they know that black is just kind of pretty good in the meta right now. Everyone's talking about Red Purple Law, of course, but, you know, Rob Lucci, Gecko Moria, right behind it, you know, doing great things, placing pretty high in tournaments. So seeing ways to combat this in interesting game mechanics, pretty exciting to see. Now, moving on, we've got some big news in terms of what is at the top of tournaments, what is kind of defining the meta scene. We have news of a ban list. A new banned restricted cards list will be revealed on August 12th. This is coming from Orange Samurai D on Twitter. I'll have his Twitter account linked in the description. So this is going to be interesting to see. Another ban restriction. We just got our list of Great Eruption, Reject, you know, Sakazuki leader. A lot of things people are already talking about. I don't really know what should or shouldn't be banned in the game right now. A lot of people complaining about Red Purple Law, obviously. But it was a leader that's been here for a while. So it's really some of the new support that is pushing him over the edge, in my opinion. So what do? Do we ban the leader? I don't think that's necessary. Probably going to see some of the support that is pushing him above be banned. You know, Black Maria, obviously a card that is helping just any purple deck really, but Red Purple Law specifically for kind of almost negating the cost of the Don minus for his leader effect by just getting all of that back at the end of the turn. You know, I think that card should have been leader locked to probably Animal Kingdom Pirates. You know, it would just make sense thematically, and then it wouldn't have caused this problem. I don't know if we'll see restriction in terms of that, you know, kind of like an errata. I don't know. Obviously, we've got Gecko Moria, the 8 cost, which is just carrying every black deck, just making a little bit more stronger because it's just so much value from one card, you know? Will we see a restriction like with Ninebeard, the 9 cost Whitebeard card that was restricted down to 1 copy, or just a flat out ban? I don't know. I don't think we need a full ban for that card. I don't know if even restricting it to 1 copy is totally necessary. It is a lot of value. It is a lot of value just being able to recur so much of your KO, your blockers to play defensively, and then you have just a 9k body. We'll see. Obviously, we're looking to what is going to be banned in probably Red Purple Law, being as it is just taking up so much space in the top tables of these tournaments. Now, we've got a few more cards to go over, some new cards that have been shown. These are for the Odyssey deck. Now, this is Luffy, a 5 cost, 6k power, green character in OP09. Odyssey, Supernova, and Straw Hat Crew. On play, if you have 2 or more rested characters, choose one of your opponent's cost 6 or lower characters, or up to one of your opponent's Don and rest it. Resting a Don, pretty good, you know. Resting a character, pretty good. And of course, we know from the leader from the Odyssey, all of your cards get played out rested, so you're probably going to have this criteria met. Obviously, the fact that your cards come in rested is a bit, you know, something you have to work around, but being able to rest a Don, pretty good, pretty good. It's not freezing the Don or character, but resting it. So not a ton of value like on curve for your 5 Don play. Your opponent probably won't be leaving up Don to be defensive that early in the game, so maybe later game could be good to rest the Don if they leave any up, but mainly just going to be resting a character, in my opinion. Pretty good. Again, going to be pretty easy to meet the criteria of the 2 rested characters. We do have one more card revealed for the Odyssey deck. It is Audio. Again, didn't play the game, so I apologize if I'm mispronouncing this, but 9 cost, 9,000 power Odyssey on play. If your leader has the Odyssey type set up to 3 of your Don as active, and then when your opponent is attacking once per turn, you may rest one of your Don up to one of your leader or characters gains 2,000 power for the battle. That is absolutely insane. This is just turning Don. No, you're not trashing any cards, not going down in hand size, just 2k counter for just resting a Don, which this character gets you back when you play him out. Pretty good defensive card, you know, not exactly the 9 beard that just gives your leader, if you're playing Whitebeard or Marco or any, you know, card that really utilizes it, just 2,000 power for the turn, but pretty good. Getting you back Don active is great. So even if you keep up a Don for this card's ability, you will still have 2 extra Don for any other abilities or to play out another character. Could be pretty good combos with this. One final thing I wanted to kind of point out and mention to think about with the Nico Robin leader is that it reminded me a lot of the Yamato leader that just has double attack, which is a crazy stat to just have baseline on a leader card, obviously. However, people probably thought it was a little bit better than what it actually turned out to be. You know, the deck wasn't crushing any tournaments. Pretty good for locals, but again, not the best, not the best. Now, just having Banish actually can be pretty good, because when your double attack goes through, your opponent still gets those 2 cards, unless you're playing out the Onami to give you Banish, but then your swing is going to be a little less, and, you know, it is something for your opponent to, you know, consider more. You know, we don't get those cards to hand. We don't get those resources. So if they have to take this swing, that card is just going straight to the trash. Maybe for some decks, they don't really care about it. You know, again, black decks being able to get stuff back from the trash, it doesn't really matter. But in my opinion, I think the Banish is just a little bit better of an attribute to just have on a card. And also, I think the constant, you know, ramp every turn when swinging is a little bit better, to be a little bit more consistent than attaching 2 rested Don. The problem with Yamato, in my opinion, was that I was running into, you don't always have a target for your attaching 2 Don. This is just helping us get to those big bodies a little bit faster. The problem with Yamato, again, like I said, you had to have a target for those 2 Don already. So there was a little bit of awkward pacing sometimes. You know, you don't always have a target for it, especially if you wanted to guarantee that double attack to go through. Maybe you're attaching a lot of Don. Again, it is still too early to see which of these leaders is going to be top meta or not, or just fun to play. In my opinion, we're going to have to wait for a lot of the support to come out and for obviously people to be able to play with these cards once all of the cards from the set is revealed. But it is just something to think about, because we've had leaders with this color combination before, you know, purple yellow crocodile, pudding, and we saw what pudding did, you know, ramping to that 10 mom, ramping to that 9 mom very fast. So what is going to differentiate this deck from those decks that already have this color combination? You know, obviously we've got the more consistent ramp and banish. Is banish going to be enough to kind of set this leader above the rest? We'll have to wait and see. But the real thing to consider, I think, is going to be this banned and restricted list. You know, all of these leaders that we're looking at, all of that theory crafting is going to have to wait till 1, this ban list comes out, and 2, all the support comes out. You know, we might think these leaders are going to be crazy good, but once, you know, some support we see now gets banned or restricted, who knows? You know, again, let me know what you think is going to be on this list. What do you want to see on this list? And that is all of the cards right now to go over. Again, very excited for all the leaders in set 9 so far. Very interesting mechanics for all of them. And we've got a new banned restricted list to look forward to, or to be afraid of. Who knows? But either way, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the news. Make sure to like, subscribe if you want to see more One Piece TCG news as it comes out, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.